Hey guys, and welcome back to another week of Casual Chaos. This week I have a super exciting guest, Tate Madden. Welcome to Casual Chaos.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
First off, you are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Love your style. The hair is killing it.
Thank you.
Did you ever have long hair?
Oh yeah, no, I had hair down to here my whole life.
Oh my God.
And then COVID hit, and my friend who is a hairstylist, her salon shut down, and so she was just trying to put stuff on social media. So she's like, "Can I cut and color your hair?" And then when I was over there, I was like, honestly, just chop it off, because if I hate it, no one is seeing me anyway, so it'll grow out. And if I love it, I'll know.
Yeah.
And obviously I loved it because it's been years and it's still a bob.
It was so funny. I was actually on TikTok the other day and Sophia Richie just cut a bob.
Yes.
And she looks awesome
Phenomenal.
too. And
as expected.
Yeah, I mean, she could pull quite literally anything off. Okay, I guess let's start from the beginning. So did you grow up in Florida?
I did not. I grew up in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, so then what made you go to Florida?
My older sister lived in Florida. I actually was living in Fort Worth, Texas at the time, and I would visit my older sister. She has 3 boys, and I just loved it. And so I would go and visit my nephews, and I was like, I'm young, I'm single, I don't have anything holding me back. Let's just try Florida. And then I just never left.
So your parents and family are still in Ohio?
Are still in Ohio, yes.
Okay.
I have one sister, like I said, lives in Florida, and then I have my younger sister that I got to move to Florida. So little by little. I'm one of 6, so
no way.
We just keep pulling.
All girls
or
or mixed?
Mixed.
Okay.
So girl, boy, then me, and then boy, girl, girl.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
so many of you.
So
I'm one
many.
of 4, but I mean 6, I feel like that's crazy.
Yeah.
God bless
Anything
your
over
parents.
3, though, I feel like it's just craziness.
Yeah,
And
no
it's
matter
so
what.
much fun. Yeah.
Are you all so close?
Yes, I love having a big family. It is the most fun. It's always so crazy, and there was just no structure growing up. Everything's just everywhere. But when I look back at it, I'm like, I had so much fun. It was the best time. Do you like having a big family?
Oh, 100%. I come from a big Italian family, and my dad's side is huge. So we just grew up, so many cousins. We all have so many siblings, and the house is never quiet.
No.
There's never a dull moment. There's always something going on. But that's the beauty of it. And I feel like a lot of kids, if they're an only child, they always wish they had a sibling.
Yes.
So I feel, I guess, grateful.
I can't imagine not having a big family. I also laugh when people try and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry it's louder." So I'm like, this is how I feel comfortable. I like it just being absolute madness.
Oh, 100%.
I
When
feel
it's
I'm at
too
home.
quiet, there's something
Yes.
wrong.
I'm like, what's going on?
Who got in trouble?
Yes.
So where did you go to college?
I didn't go to college.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
I know.
way.
Plot twist. No, I didn't go to college. Honestly, I think I'm just too ADD to sit in a classroom.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, I just wanted to bop around. I went to LA for a bit, stayed with my brother for a couple months here in New York. My family at one point said that I was a bubble. They're like, you really just float. Because I always just kind of found my way,
Yeah.
which was terrifying at times because I did it when I was obviously so young, and when you have 6 siblings, I don't want to have help from anyone. I'm like, my parents have all my younger siblings to worry about. I'm going to take care of myself, which sometimes my mom would get mad at me and she would yell at me and be like, what are you doing? Call me. So yeah, that was a thing, but we got through it and I'm here. And I feel like that is one of the biggest reasons why I've matured and been able to navigate life.
Well, I was going to say it probably
just trusted myself.
helped you gain so much independence for yourself.
Yes.
So when did you start kind of being on your own?
Right after high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So 18.
Oh, yeah. I was just I'm just going to go. I'm going to figure it out. I don't care what I need to do. It was a lot of ups and downs, but I'm very proud of myself for where I am now.
Yeah, it's probably so rewarding for yourself though. Look how far I've come.
Yeah. I hate being a burden to people, which again is something that I should probably work on. How my mom used to yell at me and say, I'm your mom. If you need help, call me. I don't know if it's the competitiveness with myself or what it is, but I was just always you need to do this on your own. You need to do this by yourself, figure it out by yourself.
Yeah. What's your sign?
A Virgo.
You're a Virgo.
Yeah.
Okay, my sister's a Virgo. And so was my nono.
Yeah.
And he was the same way. He was so like particular about everything.
Perfectionist.
Everything, yes, had to be his way. If he didn't do it, then it wasn't good
Done
enough.
right.
Yes.
That is me.
It's not bad to ask for help, but I completely get what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, I think looking back now, I'm like, oh, people want the parents that you can call no matter what. And like my parents are those parents. So I think that's why they were very frustrated with me when I was younger, just because it was like I had the parents that people dream of and I didn't always take advantage of it. But I also think that they are proud of me too for like figuring it out on my own. So
100%.
It's always a learning curve.
I was even having this conversation with my cousin because she's kind of dealing with the same thing, figuring out things on her own at such a young age. And I was like, you know what? When you are older, you're going to look back and be so grateful that you accomplished all of this by yourself and that you didn't ask anyone for help.
Yes.
Not like you couldn't, but just knowing that you accomplished all of this on your own, paid for all of this on your own, did this all by yourself, that's more rewarding than necessarily asking someone for help, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like it's a self-pride thing in a way.
And I think it gives you confidence in your choices, and also it makes it where you're not having to abide by someone else's rules. Like, if I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake because I chose in this moment that this was the choice I was going to make, and it's my decision, and I fully take accountability for it. Whereas if I'm getting help from someone, or they kind of have a little bit, if I'm putting money into this, like, it might sway your thinking.
Yeah.
So I just wanted my choices to be my choices so I could, if I did make a mistake, learn from them. Because I think if you don't make your own choices and make your own mistakes, like, there's always a little tinge of like regret later down the road where it's like, oh, like, what if I just would have trusted in myself and did it myself and not let someone like sway where I was headed. So
when it's coming out of your pocket, I feel like you're a
little
little more
locked in. You're like, okay, we're not going to mess this one up. So
how did you get hired to be on Tyler's show?
So I only am on like little snippets.
Yeah.
Like, I was fully brought on because Tyler and Kate were my friend, and he was so busy.
Prior to the show?
Yes.
Okay, so you knew Tyler before the show.
Yes.
Did you know him like before kind of his rise to fame?
No.
Okay.
So a funny thing is my little sister, the one that I got to move to Florida already, she was obsessed with Tyler, and I didn't watch The Bachelorette at all. And the only thing that I had seen of him is my friend who I was living with at the time. I came home and she was watching The Bachelorette, and I was like, oh, what are you watching? She's like, oh, I'm just watching The Bachelorette. There's just a guy from Jupiter on the show, so it's interesting. I was like, oh, cool. I like saw him for like 0.5 seconds, never thought anything else of it. And then my sister was like, Tate, you live where Tyler Cameron lives, like, da-da-da.
She was to get on it.
Yes. She's like, no, she wanted to find him, which is so funny now because he's like an annoying brother to her, where she like can't stand him, and she's like, never meet your heroes. But in like a loving way.
No. My boyfriend is the same way with my sisters. It's so funny.
But there's this one tweet that she did where it was like a picture of Tyler without a shirt on, and she was like, I love this man. And so he will bring that up to her all the time. Like, if he's being annoying, and he'll be like, what? He's like, you love this man. And she's like, no, I do not.
Now I want to throw up.
I literally hate you. But yeah, so I became friends with him. One of his best friends did like a fake wedding shoot with me. One of our mutual friends is a wedding planner, and she needed like a fake bride and groom.
Yeah.
So I met him. He was like, oh my gosh, you got to hang out with the squad. Like, you got to come on the boat. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. And so I went on this boat, and it was Tyler's boat.
Okay.
If you ask Tyler, he does not remember meeting me. And we had a very long conversation that night. And I was like, oh my God, we're like friends. We were not friends. He thought that I met him like when I started helping him for the show. I was like, I've hung out with you so many times. Skip 2, we did become very, obviously, close friends during the show. Like, no romance at all.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'm like, it was just so much going on at once. But yeah, I had no interest in dating him like whatsoever. And then I think we both just have a very similar work ethic, where I was just always the last one hanging around if like there was stuff that needed to be done. So then it kind of just gradually grew into love.
Yeah.
So here we are now.
No, I love that. So then what your role on the show was?
I did his social media.
And they just had you go into the show like for random little things.
So they were like, will you help me with my social media while the show's going on?
Kind of just like managing his accounts, making sure everything was in line.
Yes, like I was editing videos for him.
Yeah.
I was making sure he was doing all the TikTok trends and, whatever else for him to post so he didn't have to worry about it. And all of production would call me GFT the whole time we filmed, which was Good Friend Tate, because I was just always in the scenes but in the background. So they would always be like, wow, this Tate, she's just such a good friend, because I was just always there, but I wasn't actually on the show.
Yeah.
Funny story though, the showrunner actually, the day that I did the photography, because it was with Jason Tardik.
I was on his podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, he's so
Jason.
sweet. Oh my
love
God.
him.
Yeah.
Well, he said, on camera, he's like, why aren't you dating Tate? And Tyler was like, shut up. What are you talking about? No. And I was like, he doesn't even remember me. And he kind of called it, and ended up when they did the home reno writing, Tyler loves Tate, with spray paint. And you can see it in the episode, very small, very briefly. So it started back then. So then after that, because we had good banter, the showrunner asked Tyler, because originally the show was supposed to be half a home renovation show, half Tyler's life.
Okay.
And so they had all these dates set up for him. So the showrunner wanted him to take me on a date. But he had just hired me for the social media. So he nixed it. He was like, I'm not taking her on a date on the show.
Yeah.
He's like, people are starting to see she works for me. It doesn't look good. Look at us now.
When did you realize you were attracted to Tyler then? If you at first were this is not happening.
He's a good looking guy. I was close enough as a friend to him, though, that I saw him go out. It's funny looking back. I used to be a wing woman.
So you really started as his right-hand
homie.
man.
Yeah.
That's how it all happened.
Yes.
Because you started so close, but you were also so comfortable with each other that you felt like you knew all the ins and outs.
Yes.
That it then formed into something romantic eventually once you guys opened your eyes and you were like, oh, this is what's happening.
100%.
Yeah.
I always tell people that. I'm like, this is the healthiest relationship I've ever entered into, because he's such an open book as a friend. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, hide a little bit, because I do not need to know all of this.
I know way too much.
Yes. And he's just such an open book as a friend that going into a relationship was the least terrifying, because I wasn't going to be blindsided. That aspect of it was so great. It was very kind of awkward, the transition, just because I was a homie. And so when I would go with all the guys and stuff, I remember the first time he kissed me in front of JP, he was like, yo, I don't think I've ever seen you guys kiss. He's like, I don't know about that. And so it was so weird, figuring out, now it's normal, but at first it was just very bizarre, just because we all hung out.
I'm sure that adjustment was probably a little weird for your relationship too, though, because you did go as his right-hand man and one of his really good friends to then okay, yes, we could still be best friends, but also now I want to be treated as a girlfriend.
Yes. Which has been, because he used to tell me all of his wild stories and this and that. And sometimes he'll start going on rants about stories. And I'm like, yeah, can we not? I'm not interested in those anymore. And he's like, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you just forget. And then when we were just friends, I would still call him and tell him things I was excited about and stuff. And there had been girls that he had went on dates with and stuff where they had heard me on the phone with him, and completely platonic at the time. But I remember one time my sister and I lived together, and we got the coolest finds from Facebook Marketplace, and we went all day long and collected all this stuff, and I was so excited. So I was calling him and telling him about all my things, and he was feeding into my excitement.
Yeah.
But he said after that, when I saw him, that the girl he was with yelled at him, and she was like, you're never going to be able to date anyone if you have conversations like that with a girl, even if you say it's her friend. And at the time I was like, that's so silly. That's not a thing. She's probably like, oh, I knew it. I told you. Yeah. So.
But then also when roles are reversed, imagine you heard Tyler talking to some girl right now, you would probably be like, yeah.
Well, honestly, he has best girlfriends that
really?
he's had since sixth grade.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe I'm too chill about it. But I love how he has relationships with girls. I'm always get close to them. I love meeting people he's known since he was younger, new friends. Maybe there was subconsciously even if I didn't recognize it, something there that seemed flirty. But also we're talking about a period of time where Tyler was undateable.
Yeah.
So this girl probably was wanting more from Tyler just to begin with. And then she hears him so, laughy and comfortable with another girl. Yeah, I don't think he knew exactly what stage of life he wanted to be in at one point.
I mean, if you don't feel confident in your relationship to begin with,
yes,
and then you're another female involved
100%.
that your person's like connecting with or
Yes.
showing attention to, I'm sure it's not going to feel good regardless.
100%. I mean, I've dated other people where if I would be in the same situations that I am with Tyler, like they would have made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are shocked by that because
Is Tyler way different than your past relationships?
oh my God, so much different. Like in the best way. Like he is truly everything that I like need in a partner. Anytime I'm stressed or I freak out or I start to panic, like he is the most patient, chill. Where in past relationships, oh my gosh, if I am running late, like they made it worse, where then it would just make my anxiety higher, like I was more stressed. Like the way that he can just, hey, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried, so you shouldn't be worried.
He
Even
levels you out.
Yes. Even if it's something for him.
That's like my boyfriend too.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have never had this feeling of
When you're so similar with somebody, I feel like it's a blessing, but at the same time, the person still needs to be a little different. Like they need
Yes.
to level you out, and especially in situations, when you are arguing with your partner or when, situations are heightened, if your partner is, at your level or higher,
it's a catastrophe.
Oh my God,
Yes.
horrible, awful. So you do need that balance. Otherwise,
It's
horrible.
bad. Yeah. And like you said, coming from like a big, loud family like I did, there was a lot of yelling. Like we all loved each other, but we loved each other loud and aggressively.
Oh, yeah.
You
And
know?
when you're fighting, you're screaming at
Yes.
each other. Like when you love each other, you're like, oh, sorry, love
Yeah,
you.
like-
It's a very oh, yeah, sorry, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Very just different.
Where it's like he wants to take a walk and he wants to like talk about like what's bothering me. At first I was like, oh, what are we doing? Even though there's some things, of course, like he can annoy the crap out of me and drive me crazy because he is like a little kid in some aspects. Like the most important things that I need from a partner, like he hits the nail on the head. Like could not be a better boyfriend. And I say that like with my full chest.
I love that. So then how long have you guys been dating? Like when you guys were kind of, moving into your transition to now?
So officially it's 2 years on October 26th, but we were like dating for like 4 months before that. So around 2 years.
Yeah,
we've
2
been, like,
years.
dating. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I just renovated a whole house, so I am in it.
Oh, how is that? Is it in Jupiter?
It's like right outside of Jupiter, like 10 minutes.
You don't think you'll ever leave Florida?
I think we would like to have somewhere maybe in the mountains or something.
Oh, I love that.
He loves Utah.
Is he a skier?
He is not a skier. He was always a snowboarder.
Oh, okay.
My best friend lives in Aspen, and so I know, amazing best friend to have. Shout out Jess and Steven. We started going there to visit them, and he's like obsessed with them too. And everyone in Aspen, I think it just recently, like in the past 10 years, like they allowed snowboarders. They go strong for the skiing there. So all of my best friend's husband's friends were like making fun of him that he snowboarded. So we got him on skis, and let me tell you, I have never had a bigger ick with him than when I saw him ski for the first time. He was just like so large. Yeah. He looked so uncoordinated. I'm like, you like were a D1 athlete. What are you doing? He was like pigeon-toed. He just kept falling, and it was like always in slow motion. Yeah, it was bad. But now he's better.
Okay, good.
Because he's competitive enough where he just stuck with it. So now he can hold his own. But yeah, those first initial, I'll have to show you the videos sometime. They were rough.
But you're a skier.
I am a skier, yes.
Okay,
because of my friends.
I can't wait. I've never been to Aspen, and on my bucket list.
Come with me.
Oh, please. Please, let's go.
I'm shocked you haven't been to Aspen.
I've just never made it out there.
Yeah.
And then the time to go is like New Year's. And then my family typically always plans a trip for New Year's because my dad lives in the Bahamas. So that's like our time to go visit my dad or do a trip like with my mom.
Yeah.
I'm making it a point. I want to go there for my birthday this year because I'm in January. I'm January 8th. So I really want to go there for my birthday this year. And then I was even seeing like Bachelorette trips in Aspen. I'm like, this looks so fun.
It is magical. Like
I think I just want to go there for the experience.
Heck yeah.
Go
The cutest little town.
Money will come back.
You can always make more money. Someone told me that once when I was like, oh my gosh, like I really need to start budgeting. And they were like, no, you don't. You just need to make more money.
It's like every time I go into Aritzia, no matter what, you're spending a lot of money when you go in there. And every time I go to the register, you know, because the Short Hills Mall is near Jersey. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a nice mall in Jersey. And it's the same people that work at Aritzia, the same people that help me every time. And I'm at the register and I'm just like, oh my God.
Just like, tell me what I did.
And they're like, you know, it's okay. Money comes back. Money comes back. I'm like, thanks. Easy for you guys to say. I hope you enjoy your commission today.
I know they just opened at Aritzia, like right next to where I live. We had to go to the Miami Open, and I was panicking because it was like my first brand deal thing that I was doing, and I had nothing to wear. I went in there and bought so much clothes, and the lady was like, oh my gosh, I see you're like a first-time customer, because I had never been in Aritzia because there wasn't one around me. She's like, I'll be seeing you all the time. And I looked at the receipt. I'm like, ma'am, you will never actually see me ever again in your entire life. Like, I have never spent this type of money on clothes.
It's crazy because you go in there, you actually could only buy like 1, 2, 3 things, and you're already at like $400.
100%.
But if you do go in there and do one splurge, you have the best basics that will actually last you forever.
It's all I wear now.
So, yeah. Yes. Their basics are incredible.
Yes, and they're very smart with how they do their color palettes, because they always have just like 4 or 5 colors, and then they have like 10 different tops.
Yeah.
So whatever body type you have, like they have a top in that color, and then all the bottoms in those colors, like pants, like everything. So it's very easy
and you could wear the shirt or the whatever you decide to buy, the pants, the blazer, with like 100 different outfits 100%. Because they're such a staple.
Yes.
So how are the home renovations coming? I've seen some photos and it's stunning. I'm so excited to do that one day.
Thank you.
Like, I'm so excited.
I've always dreamed of doing it, and it was so much fun, but holy cow, it was so much more.
Did you not get a glimpse of it from Tyler's show?
I did, but it was different for the show because you go home to your like own house, your own bed, like everything's put together. Where when we started doing this home reno, we're like, oh, we'll live in it. We'll just do it piece by piece. Like we'll knock out the kitchen first, and then we'll do this piece. Well, then we just started doing, you know, we had to fix the electrical. So they started having to like knock down walls in places we didn't think we were going to have to knock down right away. And by the time that happened, there was like so much, I was like, we can't live here.
Yeah.
And I had already moved out of the apartment with my sister, and her boyfriend, he was basically living at the apartment.
Yeah.
And they have a big golden doodle, and I have a labradoodle, and Tyler has
you guys have dogs,
yes.
Right?
So we were like, we can't stay here. And so we moved into the tiny 2-bedroom apartment with our dogs. It was my sister's boyfriend, her, me,
you
Tyler.
all live together.
Oh, yeah, like in this teeny.
So that must have grown your relationship from close to just a bit too
And we
close.
just started dating. I'm like, we are going all in, like straight out the gate.
Yeah.
There is no messing around here. And so that
you
was
had 3
rough.
dogs in one apartment.
Luckily, his dog, Kate, who was on his show, one of his like best friends from growing up, her mom is an angel, the best person ever. She is obsessed with Harley, which is his dog, and now she's obsessed with my dog. And so she babysits, like tries to steal them all the time. Oh, so Harley was able to stay with her a good amount of the time because it was just a lot to have 3 dogs. But yeah, we were all just like packed in there like sardines, and just our stuff is everywhere. We had like a storage unit, and we had, you know, stuff still at the house, and we had stuff in the apartment. It was something that I never ever want to do ever again. So
how long did that last?
Like that lasted probably like 4 months. Yeah, which doesn't sound like a long time, but it was a long time. Yeah. When I think back to that time in my life, like I don't even know how.
So then in 4 months, like the house was able to be kind of lived in again?
Lived in. They like closed up all the walls.
Yeah.
The worst part about home renovations is all of the inside the wall stuff, like the plumbing, the AC, all of the electrical. It takes so long, and there's like no satisfaction to it.
Yeah, you feel like nothing is getting done.
And then you're like, okay, great. Like
I don't see an improvement.
I just gave you money, and like, what did you even do?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was rough, but the design part was like so much fun.
Did you kind of take that over, or did you guys both enjoy doing that?
So I designed basically the whole house, but I will say the house is very quirky. I was like, French cottage is kind of like what I'm seeing. He Oh my gosh, loved it. Like, loves to go thrifting with me now, like to find antiques, like is so excited if he'll find something to like show me. So that was something that I did not know about him that was like one of the cutest things ever, is like he really loved everything that I showed him. I wouldn't have expected him to like a French cottage themed house, but
No,
you
for
know,
sure.
here he is.
And then like I feel like that's the best thing though, as you're like creating your dream home, that both of your visions are coming to light.
Yes. Yeah, and he's like my biggest cheerleader. I mean, sometimes I'm like, do you actually like what I'm doing? Because he just, anything I do, I mean, I could draw a smiley face on the wall, and he's like, well, people will come over. Tate did this. Tate drew that smiley face. And I'll be like, okay, it's not that serious. Like, relax. But yeah, he's like my biggest cheerleader. Like, I can do no wrong. He thinks anything that I do is amazing. So,
oh, that's so amazing. Are the renovations almost done, or are
yes.
are you at the home stretch?
We're at the home stretch. So the inside is basically done. We just had Gailey Alex do 2 rooms upstairs for us. So I said the house feels like it's 20 times bigger now because we never went upstairs. There's like a bonus room type thing, and then there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. But we were just waiting for her to do it, so we just never went up there. And now that it's done, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this house feels like ginormous now. But it's so nice to have like the entire house, no matter where we go, it's like finished. But now we have to do the outside. So if you pull up to our house, you would be like, what is this? Like, it looks not cute.
Yeah.
But then you walk in. I love when people haven't been there before, and then they walk in and they're like, oh my gosh, this is sick. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you guys, yeah. It makes the effect, like, the reaction better when they have to see the outside before they walk in.
Once they see the inside, they know the
What's
outside.
Coming.
Yeah, it's going to be just as great.
Yeah, so we're about to start on that.
Do you think this is going to be your forever home, at least for a little bit?
Oh, no. Tyler's already like, should we get land and like build a house from scratch? I'm like, can we enjoy this for 5 seconds? Like, I will actually jump off a bridge.
So is he more of like the buy and sell type of guy, you think?
So he has 4 short-term rentals.
Okay.
That
Amazing.
I help him run. And he's on Zillow more than he's on TikTok, Instagram, any site. Like, he loves looking at real estate.
It's such a good investment, and it's just consistent revenue that comes in.
Yes.
So
been loving that. He just got his real estate license. So yeah, real estate is definitely something that he's like passionate about.
it's honestly also just such a good license to have.
Yes.
You don't need to go to college or anything, to get your real estate license. And as long as you have that charisma and way of talking, I feel like real estate is a great field for a lot of people who
100%.
are really good at talking and can sell something and are social and outgoing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also a lot of people who maybe didn't love school, but they have such a good personality and can talk, and that's why I think my boyfriend has his real estate license too. I'm like, you need to start using it more. I was like, it's really like so good.
But it is so good to just have. Like Tyler would always say, people sometimes, like every now and then, a couple times a year, reach out to him like where they should buy in Jupiter. Every time he would be like, oh, why don't I have my real estate license? Now he has 4 short-term rentals. He has the house we live in. Like, he's also always, buying homes. And instead of, giving that commission away, he could just do it himself.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, Christian and I tell him the same thing. He yearly pays his MLS, like always renews it, has his real estate license no matter what, even though if he's not using it at the time. Now that my friends are starting to look at apartments and move out, because we're at that stage right now where we're all starting to move out and look at places, he was like, incredible. I could show everyone in the New Jersey area, get the commission, and it's so handy.
Yes. How long have you guys been dating?
We've been together since we were 19.
Oh my gosh,
cute. We went through ups and downs as well, of course, but we've been on the steady road for a while now.
Good.
Yeah, it's like that whole transition, which is crazy, of like, okay, leaving the nest soon, moving out, especially just because of my work. It's all in the city. So I'm in Jersey, which isn't bad. In retrospect, if you're just living in Jersey and you want to go out in the city for a night, okay, totally manageable. But when I'm here, like
every day,
and going back and forth, driving in and out, paying the parking garage fees, risking getting street parking tickets, just all of the things, I'm like, this is not worth it.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
rather live in, Jersey City, which is, a little more reasonable rent than obviously living in New York City.
Yeah.
But then you have the luxury of taking the path, which is 20 minutes. You're in the,
that's not bad.
it's
Yeah.
very easy,
Okay.
public transportation to get into the city from Jersey City or Hoboken. That's where I'm like, okay. When my friend just said this to me today, Gia, don't go crazy on an apartment yet. Like, get a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Just literally make it a space where you can spend 2 or 3 nights a week there. And then when you want to come home, you come home. But at least so you're not lugging yourself back and forth into the city every day. And I was like, whoa, that was like the smartest thing you've ever said.
100%.
Just to have a place to just go back to,
Yes.
especially like a day like today, like, filming podcasts today. I have Amazon right after this, and then I have a red carpet at night.
Yeah.
Those little in-between hours would be so nice to like go home and refresh myself. It's happening very soon. So where does your career stand now? I know you and Tyler kind of work together on social media.
Yeah.
How has your career evolved over the years?
Yeah, it's interesting. So my resume is wild. Worked with horses in Texas before I moved to Florida. I worked with cutting horses. And then once I moved here, I was a personal shopper at Bloomingdale's.
Love.
Yeah. And then I worked at a little boutique underneath the creative director, which was more my speed because I got to just like style how I wanted for like fashion shows and whatnot that they did and photo shoots. And then I kind of went into doing the social media for Tyler. And during the show, I came on to do social media. And then it evolved where, the budget wasn't being tracked correctly. So I was like, everyone's panicking. I'm like, I'll take that on too. And then it was like one thing after the other. Like, we need people like to stay late to like help get this house ready for a reveal. It's like, okay, I'll do that. So then it kind of all started to pile on. Now I think I kind of do that same kind of thing, how I just kept piling things on.
You're kind of managing everything.
Yeah, I help manage the short-term rentals that Tyler has. We obviously do social media, which I'm just now trying to like get familiar with like the social media thing. And it was like for so long, we kept our relationship pretty secret for like the first year. It was so much easier just to like film him doing stuff. And now it's like, he's like, well, get in it. And I'm just like,
Did you guys reveal your relationship or did the public?
There was always like TikToks and stuff. Like I think it was after our friend's wedding, there was a video of him and I dancing and
Well, whoever was at that wedding.
yeah,
Little snitch.
Well, no, we posted it.
Oh.
Yeah, little. No, we
At
posted
the wedding,
it.
someone outed you.
Like our friend sent us like a video of us dancing and it was cute, and so we ended up posting it, and that was kind of like the hard launch.
Yeah.
We didn't kiss or anything in it, but it was very obvious. So that's kind of how we launched. But yeah, the social media thing is still getting in the groove of it. Slowly but surely learning, like, people are going to say good things, people are going to say bad things, people are going to have opinions about this and
You're
that.
telling me.
Yeah, so you just kind of have to, like, let it just go.
You take the good with the bad. But I mean, you saw it from a behind the scenes perspective because you like were filming Tyler and
Yes.
managing his social media. So I'm sure we're seeing the comments about him. But then, so did that kind of prepare you?
A little bit. He has very few negative comments.
So
like
nice.
it is nice.
So nice.
And every once in a while, like someone will say something negative. But for the most part, like people just love him. So yeah, when he started to post me, I think
The girls that were probably jealous or like, you're taking my man.
well, honestly too, like I kind of assumed like I'm confident in myself, but there's always going to be the people to bring up like the ex-girlfriends and stuff. I mean, he has beautiful ex-girlfriends. Like I take that more as a compliment. Like, hey, I'm a part of this group of beautiful people.
Yeah.
And people just try to like switch it into like a negative thing.
And compare you and try to like,
Yes. And I think like the craziest thing when I started to get people a little bit of a following is just people basically talking about you like in front of you, essentially, like on my page, on my post, like she is this and this and this. She is, I'm like, why are you saying she? Like I'm right here.
Yeah.
And it's like when you get like a little bit of a following, I think people forget like, hey, you're actually commenting like on their post, like they're seeing it. So when you're saying like she's so ugly or this or that, it's like you're just talking to me.
Yeah.
So that part was like bizarre to me because normally before I had a little bit of a following, it was just my family like, oh my gosh,
So
you look so
beautiful.
cute. Like
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's so funny, Tate. Where instead of like a secret message portal where they're like, she is this and this, where they don't like, they're on Reddit and I can't see who they are. So
Oh, literally. Was that hard for you though, kind of adjusting from seeing Tyler's past and being so comfortable with him to now? Did that ever make you worrisome a little bit for your relationship?
no, because, which people might think I'm crazy for saying that, but I have seen Tyler, like the ebbs and flows of like who he is as a person. Always a great person, but there's definitely, like, he loved being in the streets when he was in the streets. Like, he always says that, like, you can't take me out of the streets. Like, he loved being out on the town, loved staying out all night. Like, he was living it up. And I think because I saw that stage of his life, and I also saw him after the show kind of dim from that.
Like maybe he had his fun and
Yes.
now he's calmed down.
Yeah, like we will get froyo, we
Yeah.
will cuddle in bed, we will put on the show that we're watching.
I feel like that's kind of, I feel like this is most boys. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I mean, I at least dealt with this with my boyfriend too, you know, especially because we dated when we were so
Yes.
young and everything happened. But like every boy, especially, you know, when they're attractive and they get the attention from other females, they're going to have their time where they want to go all out.
Yeah.
So have your fun, go be a dog,
Yes.
do what you need to do. But then when they find their person, I feel like they don't see a need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And you feel that security as well.
Yes. It is like a feeling.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, Tyler's an open book. And when I say that, I mean like because I help him with so much work stuff, like my MacBook has his phone number on it. So I see all of his text messages because I need codes all the time. Like I have his email hooked up. I am logged into his Instagram because I did his social media. Like he would have to be very sneaky. But it's also
try to do something.
Yes. But there's also never been any sort of conversation around that. It just always was that because
Yeah.
it was always not a big deal. And I think the one thing about Tyler is he was in the streets and he was being crazy, but like he knew that he wasn't going to enter in a relationship if he was in that stage of life.
Yeah.
Which why I think it took, months for him to be like, hey, you're my girlfriend. Because I do think he cared about me so much that he was like, if I'm going to do this, I need to be absolutely sure because she's my friend first and foremost, and I'm not going to go into this unless I actually am like all in 100%. So I appreciate him for that.
Also, I know that on Tyler's show, Going Home with Tyler Cameron, he also referenced that you really remind him of his mom, which I thought was so sweet and probably one of the biggest compliments you could have ever
biggest.
received. So I feel like that's your takeaway. Like you're the one. He's
No.
taking you home.
Yeah, he is taking me home. No, that is seriously, anytime that he says it, because I've heard him say it a few times, it hits the same every time. It is the way that he speaks about her and who she is and just how he lights up like any time that he gets to talk about her. The fact that he would put me anywhere in the same stratosphere as her is like such a compliment.
So where do you think you see you and Tyler within the next 5 years?
I hope it's married with babies.
Oh,
He wants
yes.
like 5 children and I am 31.
Wait,
so I'm like,
how do you
how?
feel about that?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you want it.
I have always wanted a big family,
Okay.
but I also thought I would have had children by now, which I didn't want to start having kids till I was like 29, 30 anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
still so young.
I'm still so young.
Yeah.
But 31 and then you're popping out 5 kids. I'm like, that is a lot.
Maybe we're pushing it. A
Yeah,
little
maybe we're pushing it. Maybe we go back to 4. But no, I would love to have a big family.
Then, like, basically all of your 30s, you're going to be sober, popping out
Yes,
kids, no
just
time
popping
to
them out.
recoup.
Hopefully we can get some twins in there. So just like,
Is that in your family?
yes,
run
my
in your-
papaw is a twin. So
Oh.
it does skip a generation.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yes, I would love to be married with kids, which we do talk about. So I think it's on the radar. With him, probably like 5 years, but we'll get there. I'm confident we'll get there.
It sounds like
I would
it.
be
You guys
so
sound
lucky.
like such a beautiful couple.
Thanks.
Do you think you want to raise your kids in Florida?
I'm always open. He loves Jupiter.
Yeah.
I'm more open.
So he grew up in
Yes.
Florida, too.
Born and
So,
raised,
yeah.
loves it. I'm more something, opportunity or whatever was to lead us somewhere else. Like, I think I would be good to move, But I do love Jupiter. I love the kids growing up there. Like, these little kids are, like, taking out their dad's boat. Like, they're all running around barefoot, like surfing. Like,
I feel like it's just such a cool vibe.
Cool vibe. Yeah. So the kids there, like, they have a really cool childhood.
Like Jeeps with no top. Like, put the top down.
Beach bonfires in high school. There's land and stuff, like, one way, and then there's the ocean the other way. So, like, the high school kids are, like, mudding with their friends one weekend, and they're, like, going to the beach the next weekend. So there's a little bit of everything. So it's a very fun, cool place to grow up.
And then you guys would have like the most gorgeous blonde babies.
They
Blue
would be
eyes.
like little surfer babies.
They would totally fit in with the Florida vibe.
Yeah. So maybe one day.
Oh, I love that. All right. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming on my podcast. This was such a fun episode. Yeah. And I wish you and Tyler nothing but the best.
Oh,
you guys sound like such a beautiful couple. Hopefully we'll go out sometime.
Yeah, we'll go to Aspen.
Let's go to Aspen.
Please.